Hi, this is Liz Wolf with the Columbia Board of Realtors. We're going to take a look at the updated Rooms tab inside of Flex for listing entry and review the room dimension input fields. For those of you who enter in listings, you will notice the Rooms tab looks a bit different than it did previously. The updated interface is part of a national standardization of MLS data fields and input methods. Prior to reviewing the updates, let's take a quick look at the residential property data form. The room names, dimensions, and additional information may be recorded on page 4 of the residential data form prior to entering a listing in the MLS. This section of the data form directly correlates with the Rooms tab while entering a listing in Flex. If we go back to the Flex system, then to add listing, we are going to skip over the typical sections of the system where you'd initially begin your listing entry and hop over directly to the Rooms tab. There is now a blue button labeled Add Room that appears on the screen. After clicking that, you will select the desired room name from the list, enter in the level that the room is located on inside of the home, and the dimensions of the room. Formerly, you were able to enter in a dimension length or width as, for example, 14 feet 6 inches, with tick marks or by including the abbreviation for feet and inches. You will now need to convert those measurements to decimals prior to inputting this information into the MLS. For example, for 14 feet 6 inches, that is not the same as 14.6. To convert inches to a decimal, you can use a handy conversion chart such as this one that's linked on the home screen of Flexmls under the link section, which I'll show you later. For my example of 14 feet 6 inches for the length measurement, you'll see the decimal equivalent is 14.5. The decimals only allow for 2 spaces after the decimal place, so you will be required to round accordingly. Please see the bolded column with the correct Flex equivalent for each inches measurement. For example, if my inches measurement would have been 7, that technically is 0.583. However, due to rounding, I need to enter that information in as 0.58. To quick show you where this document is housed inside of Flex, we'll leave this and go to the home screen where you will see the links widget. On my particular system, it's down at the bottom right. So if I scroll down to decimal feet conversion guide and click on that link, it brings up that conversion chart that I was just showing you. And finally, as a quick note, I will go back to the Rooms tab again. While dimensions are not required when adding a room in Flex, they are extremely useful to other realtors, to appraisers, and to consumers. Anytime you add a room name into Flex, make it a goal to also include the room dimensions, the level of the room, as well as any additional remarks. This data is helpful to everybody in the MLS. Thank you for reviewing the Flexmls Rooms tab updates with me today. Please make sure to reach out to Liz at cbormls.com if you have any questions. Thank you.